Keeping a unified smart home, where any smartphone or home assistant can be used to control any smart home device you have, can be a bit of a challenge. Previously, many iPhone users have used Homebridge to connect otherwise unsupported devices to Apple's Home app. But the Matter standard could make that unnecessary, as Matter-compatible devices will be compatible with Amazon, Google, and Apple's smart home ecosystems. That begs the question, will Matter make Homebridge obsolete? To start off, I just want to provide an overview of what Homebridge is and how the Matter standard compares. Homebridge is a software you can run on your computer that essentially translates the commands that Apple's HomeKit uses to the commands that your other smart home devices use. There are thousands of plugins that can be installed in Homebridge to support a wide array of devices, from smart cameras and lights to locks, and even your Tesla. When you connect your smart devices to Homebridge, you then have a QR code to scan and add that bridge and all the devices connected to it to your home app. There are a bunch of reasons people may choose to set up Homebridge rather than sticking with native HomeKit accessories. If you move and the place already has a smart thermostat and doorbell, it seems silly to have to get all new ones to support your smart home ecosystem. Native HomeKit devices can also be expensive, as some of you have noted in the comments, and finding alternative options that aren't natively compatible with HomeKit can save money that really adds up as you build out your smart home. Homebridge can be run on everything from single-board computers like the Raspberry Pi, to Mac and Windows PCs, and even in Docker containers. There are also all-in-one solutions from Hoobs to avoid some of the setup process. If you're interested in Homebridge, you can check out the first video I did on 9to5Mac to see the setup process. So what about Matter? The Matter smart home standard utilizes some existing technologies, such as Thread, and was built collaboratively by a bunch of industry leaders, including Apple, Amazon, LG, and more. The goal is for smart home devices from almost any manufacturer to be able to be mixed and matched with whatever other smart home gear you have available, and you can control them from Siri, your Amazon Echo, or Google Assistant. Like HomeKit, you can just use a QR code to add devices to your home, and then they communicate either directly over Wi-Fi or through a Thread border router, depending on the specific device. It's easy to see Matter as a threat to Homebridge's existence, as devices with Matter support won't need to communicate through Homebridge to connect with your smart home. But that's not a bad thing, and at least for now, there is still a use for Homebridge. At this point, the Matter standard only features support for limited device types. These categories cover a wide range, including lighting, door locks, humidity, temperature and light sensors, speakers, and more. But at this point, Matter notably lacks support for cameras. You can pick up something as cheap as the Blink mini camera to get limited support through Homebridge, but no cameras are able to support the Matter standard until the standard itself is revised to add support. And realistically, even though Matter devices are finally out in the real world, and even some pre-existing devices are seeing updates to support Matter, it's unrealistic to think that people will replace every existing piece of smart tech in their house just so it all can make use of the latest standard. There will be a significant period of time where people are making use of their existing smart switches, bulbs, cameras, and thermostats before they ever see a reason to pay for replacements. People with really advanced setups will also want to stick with Homebridge for a while, with things like dummy switches and specialized plugins that remove the need for any manufacturer-specific hubs remaining a unique aspect of Homebridge. Hoobs also recognizes that even throughout and after this transition to the Matter standard, people will find Homebridge helpful. They're releasing a new all-in-one Homebridge device with Zigbee, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Thread, and Matter support. Matter does have several advantages over Homebridge as well. In order to get Homebridge to work with your smart home devices, you'll need to install the relevant plugins. Some of these are great and work incredibly quickly, but for others, there are multiple different plugins that claim to offer support for the same products, and others require you to log in with online credentials for that smart device and control them over the internet. Matter has a focus on totally local control, so they can react faster and you can still control your smart home device in the event of an internet outage. So if you're working on your smart home right now, what should you do? If you're getting new devices, it's certainly worth looking at which devices natively support Matter. If there are good options for a reasonable price, going with Matter devices should provide the most seamless experience. Likewise, if you're just starting to build out a smart home, it makes sense to go with Matter devices wherever possible. If you like to tinker though, utilizing Homebridge can still give you extra control over your devices. And in the long run, you can save money if you choose to go with third-party options at a lower price. There's no point in seeing Matter as a threat to Homebridge, as both Homebridge and Matter share the same goal: to create a more unified smart home. With Homebridge, that experience was only brought to those who were willing to tinker, running extra software and utilizing hardware to make smart home devices connect in ways they were never intended to. Matter brings that capability to anyone, regardless of their desire to tinker about and deal with some potentially confusing configuration. Let me know what you think, and whether you're working on updating your smart home to Matter in the comments below. Give this video a like if it helped you out, and subscribe to the channel for more from 9to5Mac.